Hello, CET, EET, CRS, Education Export TV. It is 8th Academic Achievement Award 220. I want to introduce myself that I am Sadish Babu K. Autorikshow, Kerala. I am retired from the government service last year. During my service itself, I was interested in the research subject, especially to the environment issue. The main area of environment is under my study is come the air pollutions and its impact on man and environment. I researched the Autorikshow drivers working in the Kozhikode area and their main issue of air pollutions from which they have to suffer for their lifetime. Many of the Autorikshow drivers were interviewed by me. The main cause for I selected the Autorikshow driver is they are the only one vehicles that are to face series of traffic jam during the day. Average an Autorikshow driver face a traffic jam of 20 to 25 numbers, with each of having 2 to 3 minutes of duration. During this traffic period, they have to bear the severe pollutions coming from the heavy vehicles. Autorikshow driver, as you know, is a small vehicle carrying 2 or 3 passengers, and passengers itself have to inhale the toxic emission come from the heavy vehicle like heavy vehicles. Most of the time, these vehicles is stopped during the traffic jam time in front of the silencer of heavy vehicles. The silence from which etc., where a heavy pollution come from which I have to bear the passengers and as well as the driver itself. In a day, driver has to face about half an hour in a 10 hours of lifetime, half an hour during this traffic jam time, in which Calicut has about 12 to 13 traffic jam. So I interviewed many Autorikshows and found that their lifetime was shortened by the heavy pollutions, and they were caught chest problem, infections, and some of them have undergone heart surgery. And I found that 60% of the Autorikshows whose total duration of work 20 years of time have found serious heart issues. The main this is the main outcome that I found, and main problem that I faced during this time is many of the drivers were not willing to disclose their sufferings to the peoples, to anyone. They feared somebody else. I interviewed 135 of the Autorikshow within the 2 years of time, and most of them were not willing, even though they are suffering, they are undergone severe sufferings. I visited a certain house and collected data from them, and the funding is the main problem. I have, during the 2 years of my research, I have spent a lot of money for this work, and I found that about 2 lakhs of rupees have been spent. It is out of my service pension, it is out of my salary I spent it. Most of them were not willing to do out of the salary, but it is my duty to find out the real cause of the real cause of the long pending disease of these auto truck drivers, and also policemen, and also of the head loaders in working in the Kozhikode city. We have to collect. I put forward this information to the police commissioner Kozhikode, and they implemented some of my recommendations, which I don't mention here. Strictly implemented it, and face mask is introduced, and Autorikshaw's cabin system, closed cabin system is introduced to many Autorikshaws. And I found that any of the research areas should be, many of the research areas is based, did nothing to human value. I find any of the research which do not benefit common man is not a research. Research should benefit at least poor men of the country largely than the rich men. So I congratulate nowadays for the 8th Academic Achievement Award conductors for giving me this valuable message to public, and also I wish you best.